All right, welcome. This is the Cub program update. This is the why it's changing and the how it's changing. The next hour is the way to implement it, how to implement it. So this is the why and the what. Next hour is the how to implement it in your pack and in your. And going around is an opportunity. National gave me passes to give out at these presentations where you can bring your family to the Florida Keys for a free 2-night stay in their deluxe, gorgeous tents that are their family adventure tents. They are floored, they are walled, they have a bed with a mattress and a closet to hang things in and a light and a fan. It is not your normal camp out, but I will be pulling tickets for that, so watch for a ticket. Make sure you have an opportunity to win. All right. They are putting the same thing at Tahoya. Yep. Yep. They also have the family adventures. Mm-hmm. And at Philmont now and at Seabase. But this one's at the Florida Keys. All right, so why? Why did they update it? It was already good, right? It was pretty good. It was really amazing. I know the people who created the last update. I have been in for a few years. I won't tell you how many. I'm a grandma anyway. And so this is like the 5th change I've seen in Cubs. And so they update for the times, they update to make things easier and to align with the new customer base, right? All right, so why? We are making this now fun, simple, and easy. Woohoo is right. That is one of the main reasons we are losing den leaders is because they are like, this is too hard. You know, I have a paid job, right? Because we're all just volunteers. So we are making it fun, simple, and easy. And I was very, very impressed with how they implemented the fun, simple, and easy. It is now fun for Cub leaders, for the Cub Scouts, the leaders, and the parents. It's easy to deliver the program as designed and simple to understand and explain and to support, okay? And this goes into effect June 1st. That is when the update happens. That means your books you're using now, you cannot use anymore. You need to use the new books, okay? The new updated program. All right, and one of the main reasons is to align the Cub Scout program with our Scouts BSA mission statement. The mission of Boy Scouts of America is to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetimes by instilling in them the values of the Scout oath and law. That is the goal. That is our mission. That is what we're trying to do. Our goal is not so that they can make a craft or know how to make a Pinewood Derby car. That is not the goal. It's to raise these young people to be adult people that make moral and ethical decisions and follow trustworthy, loyal, all of that, right? Now, the ways in which Scouts does that is the aims of Scouting: character development, citizenship, physical fitness, and then the focus areas are outdoors, personal safety, and family and reverence. Notice family and reverence. They did not say faith, because as Cub Scouts, we are not telling them what faith to be or that they should be in a faith. It is that they should be reverent. Being reverent means being reverent to yourself, to your family, and your belief system. It also means me being reverent towards and respectful towards your belief system, not just your faith, but your culture, all those kinds of things, the clothes you wear, who you are, and me being reverent and respectful, okay? Now, there are 4 areas of improvements. First, Bobcat, right? Is that a rank? Is that an adventure? What the heck is Bobcat? So there was lots of confusion around Bobcat, so we zhuzhed it and updated it, okay? It will no longer be that little square or diamond patch. And remember, currently, they do Bobcat once when they first join. They learn the handshake and the sign and that kind of thing, and then they're done. Now they will be integrated into the adventures as the first required adventure they need to do at their first den meeting. And it goes from easy to a little bit harder because of ages, right? You've got kindergarten through 5th grade. The other thing that we're improving is our belt loops. So because some of the belt loops were a little bit more intricate, we made them now fun, simple, and easy. For our elective belt loops, we had about 25% of scouts across the country earning the elective belt loops, 67% the required belt loops. So we're making every single improvements and updates to every single belt loop. The belt loops may have the same name. They may even have the same image because we already printed them, right? So let's reuse them. About 50% are changing the image and changing the name, but every single adventure is changing or being updated, okay? The Webelow program used to be 4th and 5th grade with Webelow 1, Webelow 2, where you earn Arrow of Light. Now, Webelow's is a completely separate program, just like Bears is a separate program from Webelow's. Webelow's is a separate program from Arrow of Light, and we're going to talk about the difference coming up. The other thing are the awards. So that is the Cub Scout Activity Award that you currently can earn by doing things outside, and you get little devices. Well, you actually can't get the devices anymore because they had lead in them, but and things like the panda patch or the conservation patch, other little patches that you could earn, those are not a part of the program any longer. They have been integrated into the adventures for every single rank. Because for the awards, people back in the day, apparently, maybe when my kid was in, he wanted that extra patch. The kids today, they're not. And that's not getting kids to earn it. Only between 1.5 and 3% of the nation were earning those extra awards. Now those awards have been either integrated into a required or an elective adventure, okay? Now, requirements. In the current book, or current program now, some of the age groups or dens have 4 required, 2 electives, and then some have 6. And across the board now, starting on June 1st, there will be 6 required and 2 electives to earn your rank for every Lions, Bears, everybody, okay? So now there's consistency across the board. You don't have to learn a new number. That was confusing to parents, okay? Here we go. Now, remember we talked about those aims and focus areas of BSA, like character and leadership. So your character and leadership is your Bobcat belt loop or device adventure. That's the first one they're going to earn at their very first den meeting. Across the board, everybody's going to earn that, okay? And then outdoors, look. Everybody will have an outdoor requirement. So we are hitting those aims and methods outdoors. Personal fitness, citizenship, safety and first aid, and family and reverence. So those are your required 6 plus 2 electives. Most, the Wolf through Webelos have 20 electives to choose from. The Lions and the Arrow of Light have like 16 to 18 depending. Because they're in it less. Because for the most part, you don't have Lions during the summer unless they had a big brother or sister. They usually don't join until the fall. So there's just less adventure electives. Okay, here we are. See, look. So we are hitting that mission statement with utilizing the aims and methods. This is not how it currently is. So some of them were doing outdoor stuff, and some of them were doing faith and reverence, and some of them were doing this. We have everybody doing those aims and focus areas of Scouts BSA. which makes it a whole lot easier because you can, and this is like a teaser for next hour, you can be working on things across the board in multi-level dens. So if you've got bears and weebles together, guess what? You work on the two personal safety ones at the same meeting, and you have the same focus. Boom. Same thing at a pack meeting. You could be doing, there's a belt loop for Pinewood Derby. There's a belt loop for science, so you could have a pack meeting for science, okay? All right, so I'm gonna point a few. There are some commonalities and some verbiage changes, okay? So this is a common area requirement. This is your outdoor one. So your common activity for all of these, your mountain lion, your tigers in the wild, your paws in the path, is to take a walk outside. Notice what word did I use? Walk. I did not use the word hike. We don't all live in Colorado where we can step outside and take a hike in a beautifully pined forest. Some of us live in, downtown Chicago doing scouts after school. And the only place you can take a walk is maybe on the playground or around the gym. So they changed the words to a walk on purpose. But everybody needs to go on a walk outside, okay? Everyone, most of them, Lion through Weeblo, need to work on those Cub Scout 6 essentials. Yay, we want them to, because that is going to prepare them not only for safety outdoors when they're outdoors, but also as they're getting ready for Scouts BSA. Now, Arrow of Light, notice this. They're the only ones with a requirement to go on a camp out. And they, instead of doing 6 essentials, do the Scout 10 essentials. Does that mean that the Lions through Weeblos can't go camping? Nope. They should still be camping, ideally. But again, not every pack has the capability to go camping. Those after-school programs that we have a few in this area as well, how are we getting them camping? We need them to get outdoors and learn about the outdoors and appreciate the outdoors. But the only one that has to go camping, and that is to prepare them for the troop, is the Arrow of Light. Yes? It can be either one. It could be with the troop that they're visiting, or it can be with their patrol, because an Arrow of Light is not called a den, it's now called a patrol, and they make a patrol flag and a patrol name. Again, that's to teach them about being in a troop where they are in patrols, okay? Or they can go with the pack. Or they can go at a district or council camp out as well. Those all count, okay? As soon as June 1st, so they can do the summertime stuff. All right. So on average, the requirements has about 5 requirements. Most of your adventures can be done at one den meeting. Nobody else yayed? So it is a lot, fun, simple, and easy. Now the Arrow of Light ones and some of the Weeblo ones, it might take 2 den or patrol meetings, but for the most part, it's easy, okay? The how, I'm going to touch on it here. I'm going to talk more about the how in the next hour. All right, so for instance, here's your lion bobcat, because remember now, that's your first den meeting as a lion. You're coming together. Maybe you don't know each other, okay? Get to know the members of your den. That's the requirement. Did it tell you how to get to know your members of your den? No. It's going to give you a few options that I'm going to talk about in a minute. But the requirement is get to know the members of your den. Have your lion adult partner or den leader read the Scout Law to you, okay, and demonstrate your understanding of being friendly. So these are age appropriate, right? That is for your little new kindergartners, okay? Share with your lion adult partner and demonstrate the Cub Scout motto of do your best. And then at home, it's still do the pamphlet at home for protect yourself, right? So 5 things, actually 4, really 3 at a den meeting. Easy, done, boom. Bobcat done. Now, I had a question at the national meeting that I really liked. Wait a second. If everybody is doing Bobcat, what happens to the cool Bobcat ceremony? you could still do that. That means your September, at the end of September, pack gathering, everybody gets their Bobcat belt loop or device, and you could do a ceremony. Sure, why not? If you really, really like the ceremony, okay? And if any of you old, I shouldn't say that word, the long-time scouters, we do not hang them upside down anymore in the Bobcat ceremony, okay? That used to be done when my scout was in there, I know. All right. Okay, now here's the cool thing, okay? Remember that first, I'm gonna go back real quick. First requirement, get to know your members of your den. It doesn't tell you how to do it, but for every single requirement, they're going to give you 3 options that are possible, okay? And these are, I know, not super clean. They will be really clean and beautiful in your book, but these were the mock-ups. So here are some ideas. Make a den flag. Cool. Make a den doodle. Kevin's going to be making den doodles. Play the name ball game. Or I have a really cool game I already play that I already know. I can also do that. So it does not have to be one of these. Please don't do all of them. Do one. These are just ideas. Now the really cool thing is it shows you where to do it. So the idea is to do it indoors. Okay? Now I'm trying to remember what the... Thank you, activity level. I was like, what is the word? Activity level means it's not super active, okay? So they're going to be sitting around a table. They're not going to be running around. This is supplies, thank you. Supplies, you may need a few supplies if you're making a den flag. And then time is a 4 because I need to go to Joann's and I need to get fabric and I need to get cool puffy stickers and puff paint, whatever I'm going to do, right? Okay, this might be a little bit, now you know you're going to be indoors, cool. And if it's going to be, rainy, yay. But maybe I don't have the time to go to Joann's, which is a level 4. All of these are level 4s. This is not a good example. Other ones will have time will be shorter. I can prep this in 10 minutes. That's the one I'm picking because I forgot it was den meeting tonight. So I'm going to pick the easy one. Okay, so they just came up with ideas for you. Questions about this? Nope. Do y'all like this? Okay. All right, there you go. Oh. It already told you all the things. So your energy level, going to be listening or right? So you're trying to figure out where your meeting is, what kind of energy level you want, how much time you have, all that good stuff. Yay, thank you, National. That was a lot of work to figure out all those different ideas for every single requirement, for every single rank, it was a lot. All right, now character and leadership. Drum roll, please. Right there, we already talked about it, is across the board, that is your first den meeting. Okay, so again, you're going to be going home and telling your people, we're going to get these books, are going to roll out in about April, and you can go to the Scout Shop and get your book and start planning, because that's going to be your first requirement. Okay? Bobcat it's easy for Lion, a little bit more challenging for the Arrow of Light, again, because of their age, where they're understanding more about Scouts BSA. They're understanding about the program, they're understanding about character, they're understanding about leadership, okay? All right, we talked about these. Now, here's a couple of them. So, here's your awards. Whoop. See, these are your current awards, some of them that you could earn, right? And again, your belt loops or your elective adventures. Now, this one right here, your Summertime Pack Award, who here ever did that? Yay! Summertime Pack Award is when you do 3 activities during the summer, right, as a pack, or the kid participates in 3 activities, and then you can get a pin, and you can get a flag thingy, ribbon for your flag. Now for every rank, there's a summertime fun belt loop, okay? The requirement for that one is you need to do 3 things May through August. They did that because there's different schools get out in early May, and then what do you do in May? And then some start in July. So maybe your summer is May through July, maybe your summer is June through August, whatever. So I did ask this question. There's a council activity in May. Does that count towards the summertime fun? Even though this doesn't start till June 1st, and the answer was yes. So later on, I think it might be in the next hour, you're going to find out when that May thing is that you should totally go to. And you can start them on that belt loop, okay? Now, another change, instead of shooting sports, it is now called range and target safety. They are still doing BB, archery, and slingshot, okay? Instead of getting the patch with the little devices, you now get a belt loop every single year, okay? The only ones, and they made it very, very clear, lions cannot do BBs. They can do slingshots and they can do archery, okay? And this is still just at Yep. So range and target safety is still only at a district or council event. That is the national standard, okay? Now, one thing our council does is, Mark, I'm going to train you to be the BB guy for Pack X. You are, I know that's why I said you. You are now going to run a range on behalf of council during your den camp out at Wooten. Okay? That is a decision our council has made. Now, does that mean Mark can go set up a range at the park? No. That means only at like day camps or at Wooten or at Smiling Fee or at a unit camp out at Wooten is our only current place a unit can go camping under the guise of it being a council, I almost said shooting sports, range and targets. And the acronym is RATS. I thought it was funny. They went back and forth, but it's RATS. All right, now the conservation, that used to be the cool panda patch, that's what everybody called it, right? Now you're gonna get a belt loop, and notice, it no longer has a panda on it. Our World Scouting emblem is now the emblem for it. We don't have the rights to the panda anymore, so they couldn't put a panda on it. So if you see, there is still actually a few online little teasers for this update, and it has the panda patch on the belt loop. It won't have a panda on it. It will have the World Scouting emblem for conservation. All right, now, STEM. National no longer does the STEM program or the NOVA program. Councils can still do a STEM or NOVA program. We have a cosmic award that you can earn in our council. That is one thing, our council, because we live in Austin and we have a whole lot of STEM type people who are like, what the heck, what do you mean we're going away with STEM? So they got sat down, had a big old powwow and came up with something you can earn for NOVA, which is called Cosmic in our council. But every single rank now will have a science, a technology, an engineering, and a math belt loop. So it's not like we're going away from it. We're actually doing more and in a way that's fun, simple, and easy. Because anybody here do the NOVA program? Not a whole lot. It was a little more challenging. I would not call it fun, simple, or easy. But they went through and made age-appropriate STEM activities to do, okay? So, and I like that they broke it down. There's actually 4 different ones. These are electives that you can earn. All right. Currently, you only get taught really and talked about with knife safety when you're a bear, right? Yep. Now you will do it as a bear, as a weeblo, and as an arrow of light. Okay? We want them to be safe, and we were only teaching them about a little pocket knife. How often do they use a pocket knife? Not a whole lot. I have one in my pocket right now. I only use that maybe a couple times a month, but I use a kitchen knife every day. So they're going to learn pocket knife safety, then they're going to learn about kitchen knife safety, and then knife safety overall, preparing them for Scouts VSA. Make sense? Yay, I'm happy about that. Now, that means that the Whitland chit is going away, okay? So someone asked at the national meeting, does that mean, so if you are at a camp out and you have a knife, how do I know that you had the training? Well, either you have the belt loop on your belt that maybe fell off, honestly, right? Or you didn't wear your belt to the camp out. The other thing you can do and keep in your pocket is that advancement card. So I know not everybody gives, there is a little belt loop or an adventure card, right, Tanya? You worked in the Scout shop? There is an adventure card that you can get. If you don't give those out for anything else, I would give them out for the ones that do knife safety. Okay? Now, you have your card, but maybe you weren't using the blood circle in the right way. Can I rip up your card? Nope. That is harassment. Can I cut a corner off your card? Nope. That is also still harassment. I would give you a warning, remind you about it. If I see you do it again, I would probably take your knife for the camp out because I need everybody to be safe. And then maybe just go over the things with you again and then give you back your knife. Make sense? So no harassment, no cutting up of cards, no shaming, none of that stuff. All right, electives. So we're going to talk a little bit about what the electives are. There's a whole bunch. Look at all those cool electives. Some of them are the same, some of them are different. But again, just because the word's the same does not mean it wasn't judged. Every single adventure was updated. So even if you're like, well, I'm just going to use the old book because it had that same Aquanaut got updated. So you can't use the old book, okay? The ones that are in the lighter colors are the existing current ones. The ones in the a little bit darker, those are added, and then those darker ones are your RATs, or your range and target safety electives. And looking at that, anybody have any questions? We're going to talk a little bit about it. Nope. All right. Now we're going to talk about handbooks. Now you guys know the lion and the current lion and tiger handbooks are the big, like a binder size, right? Those are staying the same. They're still going to be the big size. And attached will still be the adult companion guidebook. I can't think of the word for it, okay? Now the Bear through Air of Light will have those smaller spiral bound. They will all be spiral bound. There will not be the real bound copies, only spiral bound, shorter ones. Now, notice the Weeblo and Arrow of Lights have a different book. Currently, there's one Weeblo book because you do the Weeblo 1 year and the Weeblo 2 year in the same book. No more, because now they're two separate programs. Okay? Make sense? Awesome. So notice they also put the grade up there because you ask a parent or a scout, what are you? Are you a bear? And they're like, I'm in 3rd grade. Like, I don't know. This is whole new verbiage. We're trying to be inclusive and help everybody to join and not feel like they're joining some weird club that they don't know anything about. And now I don't feel like I'm part of it because you're using weirdo words, okay? 1st grade, kindergarten, all that. And we also are putting a place for them to put their name, because how many of you have books all over at the end of a den or a pack meeting and you don't know whose it is? Now they can put their name in the front. Yay! All right. Now, Weeblo and Arrow of Lights. This is a rolling change for the Weeblos. And so I may have, this part's the confusing part, okay? So, current adventure pins are 2 shapes. The required pens are diamond and full color. And the elective pens are oval and monochrome or one color, okay? So you convert to one design for all the Webelos. The Webelos now are the diamond shape. Full color are the required, diamond shape, monochrome or one color, okay? Then for the separate program Arrow of Light, it used to be that they were these little diamond dividers and then the ovals, and these two groups, the Webelos and their Arrow of Lights, shared electives, right? Nope, they don't share electives anymore. Penned, colored for required, and monochrome for electives. Separate programs, separate electives. Okay? All right, the other change. Remember, we don't have the Bobcat patch anymore. So the way this is going to work on this side, okay, where they put their patches, nope, this side, for cups, is their first rank earned goes on the top. That could be, that could be lion or tiger, but maybe their first rank was bear because they didn't start until 3rd grade. Cool, it goes at the top. Okay, then the 2nd rank, the 3rd rank, and then the 4th rank earned. Okay, there we go. Make sense? So you may not make a diamond with it at the end, and that's okay. If you only earn 1, you only earn 2, you only earn 3 because you didn't start in kindergarten, so what? Yes. There's no Bobcat batch anymore. Now it is a belt loop or a Webelo adventure device or Arrow of Light device. So go back. Go back one? Oops. Uh-huh. It's, yep. I'll get to it. It's coming. It's coming. I'm like, hold on. That's all right. It was about the Webelo thing. She jumped ahead. That's all right. Actually, I'm trying to think if I put that slide in. They can put it on their, well, they won't earn the Webelo until the end of Webelos, right? Right. You actually don't put that on your Arrow of Light uniform. Yep. You can. You could put just the Webelo on your Arrow of Light uniform. I wouldn't sew it because they're only going to be doing it for a couple months. The question was, let me go back. Notice if they started even at lion, right? If they start at lion, where are they putting their Webelo rank, which they don't get until the end of 4th grade, right? So that could be put on your Arrow of Light uniform, but I would only put your Webelo one instead of all 5. They didn't do a design for Webelo. That is my guess is what they want you to do, because you're only an Arrow of Light for a couple months. Yes? Yep. Yep, right now. Let me take a drink of water. To wear it, right. Now that's going to be an issue for the Webelo. All right, here is the new uniforming. All right, you paying attention back there, Scout Shop? All right, Webelos. Now, you've got your lions are a full school year. Your tigers are a full school year. Your wolves, bears, Webelos, okay? Arrow of Light is not a full school year. They can start June 1st or whenever they cross over at the end of May, right? Start working an Arrow of Light. They're going to cross over into a Scout BSA troop in January or February. It is designed to only be 5 or 6 months. That's it, okay? With that in mind, they now have uniform updates. Okay, so this is your Webelo uniform now. Woo! Your Webelo uniform does not look like the current Webelo uniform. Most of our Webelos are wearing tan and jeans or green, right? Now the Webelos are in blue with a Webelo hat and a Webelow neckerchief and a Webelow neckerchief slide, okay? And that gives them that opportunity to wear their bare rank for the whole year of Webelow, okay? Now, if your Webelow patrol is already in tan, okay, then wear tan. But going forward with the next group, have them wear blue, okay? Because the Lion through Webelow is the all-out cub program. Arrow of Light is the transition program under the umbrella of a pack, okay? Now, Webelows are in blue. Arrow of Lights are in the tan and green, okay? And again, they're only an Arrow of Light for like 6 to 5 months, or 5 to 6 months. Notice what is missing on this uniform. Ranks, there's nothing on there. Neckerchief, okay, oops, neckerchief, hat, neckerchief slide. National is not creating an Arrow of Light neckerchief, slide, or hat for Arrow of Lights. They are not supposed to wear the Webelow one either, because they are not Webelows. They're now Arrow of Light Scouts, okay? Can that patrol pick a slide and hat if they want? Sure. Can I wear a cool BSA hat that I bought from the scout shop? Sure. But there is not an Arrow of Light neckerchief or slide, okay? Because the scout, I think this is great. You're only going to wear it for 5 or 6 months. You're eventually going to cross over into your troop and wear their troop's neckerchief, slide, and hat, okay? Now, in between, do I need to run to the scout shop between 4th and 5th grade and go get a tan uniform? No. If your blue uniform is still fitting you, wear the blue uniform, even when you're an Arrow of Light. You can wear it all the way until you cross over into Scouts BSA. Scouts BSA uniform is 100% tan and green. At that point, you will have to buy a new uniform. But if financially it does not make sense for you to buy the tan and green yet, then wear the blue. Not a big deal. Questions about that? There was lots of questions at National. Right, if they stay in the blue, just don't wear the hat and neckerchief. Or come up with your own patrol hat and neckerchief. I've bought a white neckerchief off the internet and bought fabric ink and had the kids mark up or do stamps, and they made their own little neckerchief. Like, be creative. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money, but that way they are showing they are different from the Webelows. I'm now an Arrow of Light. I have whatever cool accoutrement the Arrow of Light Scouts have. Okay? Yes? Right. Right. So the comment was, kids, if you're tracking kids, they grow a lot between 4th and 5th grade. And so if you can keep wearing that blue, wear the blue until you cross over. They grow still a lot. I mean, Tommy is way taller than he was when he crossed over. But by all right, next. All right, so there we go. When the family has decided that they cross over into Scouts BSA and the blue Cub Scout uniform no longer fits. So those are the 2 times that you can change, okay? It is not like a uniform police. That's what National pretty much was saying. We are not going to be the uniform police. Like, do your best. We know everybody's financial situation is different. All right, AOL, okay, that 5 to 6 month is focused on getting them ready. Again, that is not the Cub Scout program. Cub Scout program is Lion through Webelow. This is the transition half a year, not even a year, okay? They have a separate book, the 6 tenets, the Bobcat for character and leadership, the outdoor, the personal fitness, citizenship, safety, and family, and reverence. This is the only time that the Cub umbrella program mentions the word God, is duty to God, okay? They can earn, I did forget this, that belt loop for faith and reverence, or the device. They can either work on what it says in the book, or if I was Catholic and I was working on, what is the Catholic award called? What was it? Harmony Day? Harm. I should not have used this one. The religious reward of the religion you are and you attend. If I am working on that as a little bear, actively working on it, that counts. So I don't have to be working on that and what it says in the book, okay? Because believe me, a lot of the religions, whatever the religious award is to earn that, is a little bit more entailed. There's a lot more than what the 3 or 5 things under family and reverence, okay? Yes, it needs to be recorded. If you're not recording it, then we don't know you did it, okay? All right, now, the Cub committee worked for this transition year of Arrow of Light with the National BSA group a lot, okay? And so the new Cub program, or the new update for Bobcat, they're not just repeating the Scout requirement. It is across the board in all the requirements. Notice, their first meeting, remember, as Bobcat, the first thing they need to do is go visit a troop. And I just told the troops in the last hour to be expecting Cubs or Arrow of Light skills to come and visit them in August or September, because that is the first thing you're supposed to do as Bobcat, okay? Ideally. All right. Now, yay, save the date. We have Anthony Berger. He is our paid professional for Cub Scouts. He will be at the Fickett Center the evening of April 25th, talking a little bit about this and about where Cub Scouts is going to go in the next 7 to 10 years, okay? April 25th. All right, get out your thing. Let's do a raffle. Who wins the 2-night deluxe tent stay at the Florida Keys? All right, 869051. Nobody? All right, Rand, will you have her fill this out? Congratulations. She needs to fill out line 101. Awesome. Okay, here's the rollout. So we are in January. I went to the national update. I've actually known about this update for a couple years, being on the national committees, but we are here. You guys are getting the taste of what it is. Start watching things online. April is when it's going to start being in the Scout Shop, and training online for all of these new things will be in April and May, and then June. Our summer camps, that our council is putting on will be utilizing the new program. I gave them the heads up a while ago. So they're already planning, they know the belt loop requirements and the device requirements. So when you go to the district and council events this summer, they'll be working on the new program, or the updated program, excuse me. All right, if you have never seen Cub Chat Live, this is a great resource. This is a Facebook show that they do on Tuesdays, and I highly recommend watching it. They keep talking about this new update at that. I don't see anybody. Okay, hurry, Carrie. I have like 4 minutes. Oh, Fridays. Did I say Tuesdays? I think it used to be Tuesday. This is a slide Anthony Berger gave me, so we should follow that. All right. For more information on the new Cub program, you all should get out your phone for this. This is a write-up with information on the new program. It doesn't give all the requirements for all of the electives. That will be in the books, Okay, and on the next hour, I'll show you how in the books you will find the requirements and how you will then implement the program. Okay.
Sure, I understand.
All right. All right. This is my information. If you have questions, feel free to email me. Okay. And then the Facebook group for Capillary Council with all of our activities. So if you're wondering what in the heck are the different activities, like for instance, in May, we are having a fishing and aquatics day out at Wooten. So if you want to come to these fun, amazing events where you will pass off things and you will get the first part of your summertime device or belt loop, then come to the May event. We also will be having things throughout the summer and then into next school year. This school year, we only had one event. That was the Star Wars event in October. Next school year, we will have 8 events. Okay? So that is how you find out about it. And that's it for this presentation. And I'm done with 2 minutes to spare. Any questions? No? Yays? So I was asked not to put the slides per se online. We individually, the recording of this with the slide will be on our council YouTube page. Peter? So you can watch it there. I will also be going around along with some other people who know the new program to the different roundtables. So watch for the roundtable newsletters from your district. That is your micro area around the 13 counties, and doing the same presentation. And email me. The reason I'm not sending the slide out is what happens that National's finding is somebody takes one slide and puts it out on Facebook without any context, and everybody yells fire in the building. So you want the whole presentation and not just part of it. But the other thing you can do is email me. And I did the extra couple hours of work and went through all of the requirements and put, for the electives, different themes together so that you can plan things like den meetings and PAC meetings that I'll talk about next hour. And I can send you that. It's not a secret. It's the rollout process. So, good. All right. Yes?
If they already have the Bobcat diamond, will they need to remove it?
Nah, wear it. Wear it. Wear the Bobcat diamond. It's cool, but you're also going to have a new belt loop and a device when you're a wee below an air of light. So, all right, you have oh, yes, Dave Lemon.
The real question is, where can we send useful feedback about changes, errors,
Cool. Send it to me, and I'll ping Anthony and Andrea and. Know that the last update was a number of years ago, so the next update will be a minute. But the cool thing is a lot of this is going to be online, so they can change things easily like that. You can be like me and have a really cool collection on your shelf of all of the old books. And honestly, so that my husband just complained about my collection. He's also a scouter. He shouldn't complain. I run activities and I look back at the old books for cool ideas too. So, yes. Yes. No. Den leader guides will only be online, and I will talk about that in the next hour. Are you staying? The kiddo books will be tangible. I was told they will be tangible. The adult books will be online. Or it's a QR code and you go to it and then you click on the adventure. So they want you to use the book. The cute thing, and I'll show you in the next hour, like in the Lion and the Tiger book, like you cut it up and you glue things and you You draw on it, and you want, like my 3 adult scouts, they still have their Cub Scout books. So they didn't trade them. They have them so they can show their kids someday. And it's not just their Scout BSA. They worked in that thing, you know? One of mine was really good about coloring in the little paws every single time. The other one was like, check. But just didn't put it on the kid. So, all right, you guys have a few minutes to run to the restroom.